What's going on, Stim Junkies? Hi, Stim Ace in the house. I hope everybody's having a phenomenal week full of positive, motivational growth. I hope you guys are crushing your goals for the new year. And thank you for taking a moment of your busy schedule to tune in to Hi Stim Ace's latest video. I'm going to get straight to it, guys. Today I'm going to be reviewing a supplement. This is actually a protein brownie, or I should say blondie to be more specific. Now, one thing you guys got to know about High Stim Ace is that I am very, very picky when it comes to my protein snacks. I like to keep the calories low and the protein high. So it's a fine balance to find that going. There's a lot of delicious products out there. Believe me, there are so many yummy bars, but the macros are kind of garbage. So it really is difficult to find something that is healthy or at least semi-healthy and has the macros that I'm looking for, but also doesn't taste like complete garbage and make me choke on it and want to vomit it afterwards. So this goes back to the Black Friday sale. If you guys haven't seen my 2 Black Friday haul videos from a couple of weeks ago, feel free to check that out in my playlist. I had a lot of fun recording those videos. But Jake, my boy Jake from NutriCartel, sent these brownie samples, and the first one was blueberry cobbler. The second one was cookies and cream with like a chocolate undertone to it, and I really, really enjoyed both of them. They were both super flavorful and caught me off guard. I never heard of the brand before, and I enjoyed those snacks very much. They were very, very tasty, right up my alley. I decided to take the plunge, and I ordered myself an entire box. If you guys haven't seen my Christmas unboxing, which I also did very recently, you guys can go back on my playlist, on my unboxing playlist, and you can watch my Christmas haul from NutriCartel. And you're going to see the entire box that I got. 12 snacks that came inside this box. And I'm ashamed and disappointed to say that it's only been about a week and I've already gone through 11 of them. Yeah, guys, High Stim Ace has a hard time when it comes to saying no to these delicious snacks. And if you take anything from this review, that should tell you everything right there. I said I'm going to pace myself and go slowly and have 1, 2, or 3 a week. No. I went through 11 of them in less than a week, guys, so it tastes really good. Spoiler alert. Anyway, the product we are talking about today, guys, is Core Nutritionals Protein Blondie with Moose Tracks. This is the box right over here, and as I mentioned earlier, it does come with 12, so we're going to open this up, and voila. It's the last one in the box. How about that? High Stim Ace ate them all. But you know what? With the protein content in those blondies, I have made massive gains. I am so sad that I'm up to my last one, and I have a bit of a dilemma right now. On one side, I'm on a cut right now. I have about 5 months till springtime, and I'm trying to build as much muscle as possible, but cut as much fat on my body as I can. I'm trying to cut 10% body fat. These snacks don't make my life easier, guys. They do not make my life easier because they taste good, and I'm going to be hungry, and I'm going to binge on these things. They're really, really tasty. Let's go over this label quickly, and then I'm going to actually eat this on camera, show it to you guys, and tell you what I think. So first thing we're looking at, obviously, is calories, and this one right here has 270. So a little bit higher than what I normally like. Now, it doesn't go to say that this is a high calorie bar per se, because there are protein bars out there that got 350, 400 calories in there. So 270 in the grand scheme of things, it's not such a crazy amount. However, because I'm always cutting and I struggle with calories, I always try to keep my bars at 180 to 220 calories. 220 is usually the cutoff point for me. And at that point, I want the bar to have anywhere from 18 to 20 grams of protein. This one is 270 calories, and there's 16 grams of protein in here, which it's not a bad amount. If you have 2 of these, then you're going to get 32 grams of protein, but that's also going to bring you up to 540 calories. So a little bit higher than your traditional protein bar. For reference, my go-to bar is the Quest protein bar, the original cookies and cream Quest protein bar, because that one has 200 calories, 20 grams of protein. So the macros on that are excellent. But the flavor, it's okay. It's not a bad flavor by any means. As far as protein bars go, this right here elevated the standard for me way up here. It's going to be very hard for me to go back to any bar after this. But I digress. Let's go through the rest of this label. We got 13 grams of fat in here, so a little bit higher. Saturated fat, 5 grams. Not the worst thing in the world. Cholesterol, 45 milligrams. Sodium, 320. So, you know, theoretically, if you have this before a workout, you will get the pumps. Definitely get those sodium pumps in there. 320 milligrams of sodium. 23 grams of carbs. Also, I like that. I don't do the keto low carb nonsense, okay? I've tried that in the past. Did not work well for me whatsoever. I like my carbs. 23 grams, perfect. 4 grams of fiber, really, really good. Total sugar, 9 grams, including 8 grams of added sugar. So that's where it gets a little iffy for me, because I personally prefer sucralose or stevia or monk fruit when it comes to sweetening my products. So 8 grams of sugar, listen, it's not terrible. It's still in the single digits, but it's getting close to the 10 gram mark, so it's a little bit higher. And on top of that, you still got 7 grams of sugar alcohol. If we look at the sourcing of the sugar alcohol underneath the ingredients label, we have erythritol, monk fruit, and stevia. So that's actually solid. That's actually solid. These are 3 solid sugar-free sweeteners that I like. But you do have 8 grams of actual sugar added on top of that as well. So it's a little bit higher in that sugar. And lastly, 16 grams of protein. Now, this is a protein blend of collagen, whey, and whey protein isolate. There's eggs in here, and there's also some other ingredients for the mousse tracks, because this does have the peanut butter chunks. I don't know if you guys can see, but it does have the peanut butter chunks and the mousse tracks, and man, they taste so freaking good, guys. Let me tell you, it's delicious. You do have a little bit of the hydrogenated vegetable oil, palm kernel oil, soybean oil, so, you know, questionable ingredients in terms of health. We know that these artificial ingredients aren't exactly the best. There's a little bit of peanut butter in here, almond flour, brown sugar, and vanilla extract, baking powder, and a couple of other things. So in terms of health, yeah, this is probably not the best option for people that are crazy about organic and whatnot. If you're looking to get the healthiest, cleanest source ingredients, this may not be the healthiest option, but it's not bad. There's plenty of worse bars out there with way more chemicals than this one. Now, what they do claim over here on the back of the bar, there's 4 claims over here. Authentic mousse track inclusions, iconic mousse tracks fudge swirl, added collagen powder, and lastly, and this is the most important one, homemade baked treat. Now, let me tell you guys, my mom's side of the family is Polish European, okay? So when it comes to baked goods, pastries, all that stuff, I'm an expert, okay? I literally grew up my entire life eating baked goods from my mom, from my aunt, from my grandma, and I know a thing or two about homemade baked goods. None of that artificial stuff you get in the American bakeries that's mass-produced, okay? I'm talking about made from scratch, made from flour, eggs, sugar, and all the other stuff from scratch. So I know what homemade actually tastes like. Now, obviously, this is a packaged product that is made in a factory, but that doesn't go to say that it has to be mass-produced. It could still have that home-styled flavor to it. And we're going to try this out right now, and I will tell you what I think. Now, obviously, I've had 11 of these already in the past, but I'm going to pretend like it's my first time eating it. So we open this bar, and this is what it looks like right over here, okay? You guys can see the peanut chunks over here, if you guys can see it. It's definitely got the mousse tracks. It's nice and chunky. All right. We're going to take a bite of this right now. I'm going to try to take a small bite. I'll tell you guys what I think. Oh my God. Guys. This is happiness in a pastry right over here, okay? 270 calories are well worth it, all right? The extra 70 calories, who cares? This tastes so freaking good. I'm happy right now, okay? This is something that literally my mom could have baked on a Saturday morning. This is so freaking delicious. Guys, this is incredible. The flavor is so good. If you guys ever had a blondie, this is a blondie, okay? It's very moist. It's not dry at all. It's chewy. It's flavorful. The texture is really nice. A little bit on the sweet side. Obviously, it does have the artificial sweeteners, and it has the sugar in there as well. So, a little bit on the sweeter side. But the mousse tracks have such a nice texture to them, and the peanut chunks just kind of blend with the mousse tracks, and you guys can see it goes in deep, okay? It's not just a little bit on the top and then the middle is dry. No, look at this, guys. Look at the mousse tracks right over here. This is freaking delicious. I'm telling you guys, the first time I had this, I ate 3 of them in a row, okay? And literally the other 8 I polished off within like 4 days. So High Stim Ace is supposed to be on a diet right now. And, you know, if I keep ordering these products, I'm going to have a hard time cutting anything before the summer. So it might be a detriment to me. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to continue ordering these because they're a little bit too good. So for me, it might be a problem. If you guys, however, want a good snack that actually tastes good, that's not going to make you feel like puking afterwards, and you have the extra calories to spare if you're bulking or if you're on maintenance, or hell, even if you're cutting but you have more self-control than me when it comes to these delicious pastries, by all means, pick this one up. You can get this over at NutriCartel.com. Use my code ACE15. That's going to save you 15% off your order, as well as help support this channel. Guys, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this with a cup of skim milk. You guys, you're going to like this, okay? Pick this up from NutriCartel. You're not going to go wrong. Take care, everybody. Hearts from Earth. Signing off.